My beloved child, I know the weight you have been carrying, even the weight you learned to carry quietly. I know those nights when you remained awake, wondering why the breakthrough you prayed for seemed to stay just beyond your reach. You have walked through a long season of waiting, watching life around you appear to move forward while you wondered whether you had somehow been overlooked or forgotten. But listen to me now, because this season of delay is coming to its appointed end. This day is more significant than an ordinary moment passing by. This is the appointed hour for a sacred document, a divine confirmation to cross the threshold and enter your reality. Do not allow the exhaustion of everything behind you, or the doubts that have slowly gathered in your heart, to blur your spiritual vision now. What is approaching may come through a way you never expected and through people or circumstances you would never have predicted. Release your attachment to the old picture of how you thought I would move, or whom you thought I would use. If you hold too tightly to those expectations, you may overlook the very unveiling you have been longing to see. Stay close to me here and listen carefully. Your breakthrough is not merely some distant possibility anymore. It is arriving with a restoration greater than you have imagined, and you must recognize it with eyes that are no longer governed by yesterday's disappointments. Listen closely, my dear one, because a significant moment is drawing near. Something of real importance is about to be placed into your care. It will not be a passing word that disappears as quickly as it comes. It will be like a sacred token, a clear sign of my presence carrying, an understanding that changes the way you see your path, your identity, and the purpose you carry. What you once considered certain will be examined again, and the limits you believed defined you will begin to disappear. You are standing at the edge of a great revealing. This is not knowledge given simply to be admired or understood. It calls you toward action, toward choosing, and toward stepping into something far beyond what you once allowed yourself to hope for. Hear me, beloved child, because these words carry weight. This hour is unlike the others that have passed. It is not some brief moment that can be overlooked and forgotten. It is a meeting point between everything your journey has carried you through and what is now beginning to unfold before you. Not everyone is meant to hear these words in the same way, but you, my child, have been singled out. You have been chosen and made ready through sorrow, through long stretches of darkness, and through seasons of waiting that seemed as though they would never end. Now my dwelling place opens before you, not through coincidence, but according to a purpose established before the world began. Understand this, my child. The stillness you have sensed lately was never my absence. It was the gathering of strength for the presence that is now coming near. Stir those around you and tell them that this is not the hour to hold back. You are living through a moment in which your choices carry lasting consequences. This concerns a great legacy, and it reaches beyond earthly gain into a spiritual inheritance that was once concealed, restrained by opposing forces, and buried beneath deception, but is now being restored at the appointed time. Do you understand, beloved, that there are blessings the dark forces have tried to keep from you for a long time? There are assurances they tried to drive from your memory through wounds, disappointments, setbacks, and those moments when you came close to giving up. But I am the one who keeps my word, and I have forgotten none of the promises I have spoken. What belongs to you by right, even though its arrival has been delayed, will not be taken away. You are standing at a decisive turning point now. What is coming will carry force with it, like a powerful sound or a rushing current sweeping away restraint, pretense, and every excuse that has kept you standing still. You will have to choose. Will you continue holding tightly to what is behind you because fear makes the familiar feel safer, or will you open your spirit to what is new because you trust me? Will you hesitate because what is happening seems too extraordinary to believe, or will you trust because you know that I, your caring Father, speak what is certain? Be attentive, my beloved one. Pay attention to what is stirring within you right now. Do you sense your heart quickening, as though something inside you recognizes what your thoughts are, still struggling to understand? That stirring is the assurance of my spirit, and these words have not reached you by accident. This is a direct movement of my presence at a critical time. Some were warned and still chose to disregard the summons. Some were told beforehand, but allowed uncertainty to hold them back, and they missed the specific moment appointed for them. Do not allow that to happen to you. Do not allow your silence become an agreement with fear. Speak with me. Remain ready while you wait. Close every entrance that I did not create, and make room within your spirit for what I am bringing, A purpose is about to come alive. A period is about to close. A passage that dark forces held shut for a long time is about to open widely because its appointed time has arrived. You have been strengthened through difficulty, and you have remained faithful in small things, and now something greater will be entrusted to your care. It is not being placed in your hands so you can hide it away. It is being given so you can use it, and not simply for yourself, but to touch the lives of others. The legacy coming toward you is more than provision. It is the assurance of what I planned for you, the inheritance of someone who will influence a family line and shape the story of a generation. My beloved, this gift is coming soon. It may arrive through someone you already know, or it may appear through something that looks completely ordinary at first. But the appearance of its arrival is not the important part. What matters is whether your heart is prepared to receive it. Remember this, it is not random chance. It is a meeting between my will and your willingness. If you are ready, then no force and no shadow can prevent what I am about to reveal. I tell you now, prepare yourself, rise, clear the entrance to your spirit of whatever does not belong there, including thoughts filled with doubt and the hesitation that has caused you to hold back. I am drawing near, my presence is moving, and your appointed time is ready to flourish. Stand firm, my beloved, not through fear but through trust, not through uncertainty, but through sacred readiness. What is coming will reach beyond your own life and affect what surrounds you. My precious child, you have never been alone in what you have endured. I saw the moments when people you trusted disappointed you. I witnessed those times when you waited for an answer from people you believed would stand beside you, only to meet silence. I saw you patiently waiting for my word to reveal itself, even while circumstances slowed down and everything seemed hidden, delayed, or pushed aside, as though your journey had somehow moved away from the design I had for you. But understand this now, my child, nothing escaped my attention. I have kept watch over every part of it. Nothing you endured was insignificant in my sight, and now, at the appointed time, what was kept hidden in the shadows is about to be brought into the light. What I am preparing to place into your care is established in truth, sealed by me and guarded by the strength of my presence, and it was held back only because of envy operating in the unseen realm. But that restraint is coming to an end. It will now be released into your hands. Beloved child, understand this clearly. What is coming is more than a gift. It is a sacred opening, a movement within the spiritual realm, and a passage that was once closed is about to swing open. It was not closed because you were unprepared. Powers of envy attempted to resist the light within you and slow the arrival, but they could not change my decision. They could not rewrite your path, though they tried to make you question your own worth. Every time you chose to stand against doubt, and every time you decided once again to place your trust in me, I was preparing a specific good thing for you. Listen closely, my child. What you are soon to receive does not originate only in the things of this earth. It is the fruit of your steady walk with me, of choosing trust and continuing forward when giving up would have been easier. Think of it as entering a wider portion of my design for your life, a place where you will find what you need and also witness my promises becoming visible. This good thing was delayed because others became uneasy about the inner strength I had given you and feared you might move beyond them. But they misunderstood you. Your heart was never centered on rivalry or forcing your way forward. You simply surrendered to my direction. Your consistent and humble trust showed me that you were prepared. Do you understand this, my child? The things I spoke concerning your path long ago were hidden for a season, but they were never gone. They were waiting for the right moment to be revealed, and that moment has arrived. What was withheld from you, falsely presented or unfairly taken away, is being returned. Not merely fragments, but the whole, not vague hints, but clear evidence of my hand. I have missed nothing. I see the heart that remains steady, and now I declare that what appeared hidden will be made right. My dear one, what I give you will reach farther than you alone. It will touch the people around you and those who come after you. It is part of the greater purpose I have for your life, and of what I will accomplish through you. It will change the way you see, shape the words you speak, and strengthen the spiritual walk I have already placed within you. Paths will open before you, not because you forced them, but because they were waiting for the appointed moment. You will enter places you once spoke about privately with me. You will be welcomed into circles where you once felt as though you did not belong. Because you walked humbly, I will bring you into the place I intended for you. Prepare yourself not only to receive what is coming, but to carry its responsibility. This spiritual growth means greater influence and greater responsibility for what has been placed in your care. But you will not walk alone. My Spirit will guide your inner being and help you sense each step before you take it. You will not have to remain trapped in uncertainty, because clarity will come. This is the hour in which I bring things into the light. This is the hour in which I lift you beyond the doubts others placed upon you, so you can know that I hold you. My dear one, stand tall and prepare your heart. Release the burden of shame, exhaustion, and the feeling that you are somehow insufficient. What I am giving is not reserved for those who believe themselves perfect. It is for those who have surrendered themselves to me. Even when you were wounded, frightened, and wrestling with doubt, you remained, you continued. And that steady faithfulness is why I am now choosing to place this good thing into your care. So become still and look ahead. Do not wait with anxious questioning, but with peaceful certainty. Open your heart, not because you understand every detail, but because you trust that I remain unchanged. Receive this with faith, standing firmly upon what I have spoken. Then you will see what was hidden become visible, and what was held back begin to move forward freely. Because I began this work within you, and I myself will bring it to beautiful completion beyond what you imagined. My dear one, today, what once existed only as a promise will become visible reality. What was restrained and slowed in the unseen realm by the concern of others and by dark plans has reached the exact time I appointed. And I, your faithful God, the one who saw your quiet strength through everything, tell you now the waiting is ending. Those glimpses you experienced, those moments when you sensed that breakthrough or help was near, only to feel it disappear again, were not simply products of your imagination. They were moments when I was speaking to you through the quiet, allowing you to sense something happening beyond what your eyes could see. You thought you were receiving only fragments of a promise, but you were seeing the struggle surrounding the path I had planned for you and the good things I had marked for you. I saw every moment. Nothing was hidden from me. I saw every night when you woke with the feeling that something was missing. I saw your heart quicken as though something significant was near, only for that feeling to fade again. Those moments were signals, expressions of my presence carrying direction and peace. But I know that disappointment made you question those inner impressions. You asked yourself whether they had truly come from me, or whether they were simply what you wanted to believe. You wondered whether you had misunderstood, whether you had gotten it wrong. But hear me now. You were right. What you sensed was real. What you had not yet seen was the struggle taking place just beyond the boundaries of your everyday understanding. Lately, the one who opposes has used his familiar strategy, filling your mind with doubt and whispering thoughts designed to exhaust your spirit. He wanted you to believe that nothing was coming, that the good things you hoped for were merely echoes of ordinary desire. He wanted you to conclude that what belonged to you had disappeared, been given to someone else, or moved permanently beyond your reach. But my dear one, I do not change. I remain steady through every storm. And I tell you plainly, no person, no system, no earthly power, and no unseen power can take what I have determined for you. Understand this. When I bring something forward, its fulfillment does not depend upon the kindness of others or upon the way circumstances have been arranged in this world. The portion I have set aside for you, recorded by me in my own place, cannot be canceled, diminished, or handed over to someone else. I am just. I determine the proper time for everything, and I do not allow those who continue faithfully without giving up to walk away without receiving what is owed to them. Do not let what you see around you confuse you any longer. Do not allow the long stretches of quiet to persuade you that I have stopped speaking. While you thought nothing was happening, everything was moving forward. And do you know why, my dear one? Your readiness for the swift arrival of what is breaking through has been formed through your decision to remain planted. Even when my voice seemed distant to your ears, people around you may have laughed or told you that what you hoped for would never happen. I allowed them to speak. I allowed them to watch, because they themselves will see when I bring you into a season where every word I have spoken concerning you begins to appear all at once. My beloved child, guard your mind now. Do not let weariness persuade you to accept anything less than the fullness of what I have spoken. Do not allow old wounds to plant false ideas in you that turn your heart away from the very word I am sending near you. What you have longed for is no longer distant. It is not merely something reserved for some undefined future. It is coming more quickly than you imagined, and it will not arrive as a small sprinkling. It will come like wave after wave, until everything that was held back is brought into the light and made whole. My child, I see you. I see you when you feel capable, and I see you when you feel fragile. I know the prayers you could not bring yourself to speak aloud. I know the moments when you wanted to stop, yet continued, because somewhere deep within you there remained a small spark of trust that believed I would act. Today I confirm that the action is beginning. That action involves you. It involves the path of your life becoming clearer and beginning to reveal itself. Those who once laughed at you, the situations that seemed too heavy to carry, and the moments when you were set aside without explanation will all become evidence of my work. This is not so you can prove yourself to others or defeat them. It is so my name may be honored. It is so your life can stand as evidence that I, the one true God, do not forget those who walk with me. Do not remain silent forever, and do not allow a single word I have spoken to you to fail. Prepare yourself. Prepare your heart again. Clear the space within and around you to welcome what I am about to send forth. Remember the hopes you once released and gather again the pictures you believed had been broken beyond repair. For in this very season I will breathe life into them again, causing what appeared lost to live once more. What once felt unreachable will become the beginning of something new. My beloved child, as you encounter these words that may seem random at first, understand that something much greater is quietly moving. A sacred communication, not written by human hands but confirmed by my power from above, is being sent swiftly. It is moving from my realm, cutting through the confusion that was intended to keep you from seeing clearly. It is a serious declaration from my realm, confirming the path I established for you before anything else existed. You did not know that behind what you could see, I had already begun sending this. Its arrival is not governed by the rules of your earthly world. Yet every step you have taken recently, every time you chose to continue rather than surrender, every tearful word you sent toward me has set in motion a sequence of events I had not yet shown you. And now, even on this day that may feel completely ordinary, the power of my realm is about to make itself known. Oh, my child, I know how tired your heart has become from waiting for so long. I have watched you reach for hope only to fall back into what felt like another disappointment. But do not allow exhaustion to cloud your spiritual sight. What is approaching, and what no power can stop, will be placed directly before you. And when you finally hold it, something deep within you will tremble. Your spirit will awaken and you will weep, not because of sorrow, but because of the deep reverence that rises when you realize the faithfulness of my promises. That communication is more than a reminder of what I once promised. It is tangible evidence that what I speak comes to pass. As you receive it, you will discover things you believed I had forgotten. You will see old declarations concerning you that had been stored away and hidden. You will encounter hopes you thought had died with time, along with words that once awakened your spirit, but were eventually extinguished by your surroundings. Everything will suddenly come alive again, and in that moment you will understand that I remembered it all. I was never late. I was waiting for the exact moment when my full light could be revealed without obstruction. And with it will come something you did not expect, a holy passing on of influence. I am not merely compensating you for what you lost, nor am I simply giving you what you needed, but could not ask for. I am entrusting you with a greater place of influence, a spiritual position you were not ready to carry before now. But after the growth you have endured, after the healing you have experienced from past pain, and after choosing kindness over harshness, you are now able to carry it. You will be amazed not only by its size, but by recognizing how every part of your journey was leading toward this point. The rejection, the closed doors, and even the relationships you once believed you needed but that eventually ended, were all part of the process. Each one had its place in the holy preparation that brought you here. And as I place this into your care, I am also giving you a new position within the way my sacred purpose for your life is revealed. My child, prepare your spirit not simply to receive, but to hold. Do not perceive it merely to display it, but to make it useful. What I am placing in your hands is not a trophy for personal success. It is a resource for the one I have set apart. It is not something to admire as an achievement, but evidence that you are moving beyond simply receiving good things and becoming a channel through which my goodness reaches others. My purpose in choosing you was never only about your own elevation. It was also so that others could be lifted through you. The very place where you were once broken will become a place where others discover healing. You will see names that surprise you, including people you have never met who have been lifting you before me in prayer. You will encounter those who quietly prayed for you when your own strength was gone. Even some who once walked away from you will see you rise, not so they can be shamed, but so they can witness the truth of my strength. Now, my dear one, as this message draws nearer to you, do not be afraid of what is arriving. Do not give the voice of doubt permission to take hold of your heart. Do not tell yourself that you are unworthy, because this is not based upon your perfection. It rests upon your steady trust and your faithfulness to me when no one else was watching. I saw every part of it, and now I am bringing forward the outcome of what I witnessed. Understand this clearly. Every barrier that has stood between you and understanding is being removed. Everything that kept you from seeing clearly has been moved aside. And as you grasp this truth, even the atmosphere around you will begin to feel different. My spiritual realm will become more real to you, and the very air will seem alive with the awareness of my presence. I, the one who brought all things into existence, am making this realm known to you. The appointed moment has arrived. It is time for you to step out from the place where you have been hidden. It is time for you to stop living as though hope was never meant for you. Now is the time to enter fully into the place I have prepared for you. You are the one I have chosen, the one I hold dear, the one who belongs entirely to me. My cherished one, do not treat this moment as something ordinary. This is a sacred point in your journey, a moment meant to settle deeply into your spirit. Here is the dividing line where what was taken from you comes to an end and what I am restoring begins. At this very moment, my unseen realm is meeting your life, and conditions in the spirit are shifting. You are witnessing a turning point whose sacred importance can truly be understood only by those who remain near me. Some eyes are watching you now, but they are not watching with kindness. Those who once ignored you and considered you unworthy of notice are paying attention to every step you take. They are watching because they are afraid that what they were certain would never happen is now unfolding before their eyes. They believed you would never rise. They thought your future had been buried beneath your past difficulties and your quiet seasons, but they did not know what I had preserved. I am the one who governs every moment, and I have never withdrawn a single declaration I made concerning you. Do you understand what happened when you felt overlooked? There were people who used your quietness as an opportunity to speak against you. They whispered, mocked you, and claimed that you did not belong among those who walk rightly before me. They did more than doubt you. They worked to conceal your opportunity, using discouraging words intended to make you stop moving forward. Those words wounded the way others viewed you and opened doors through which trouble could reach you and hinder what I intended for you. Some appeared as helpers, friends, and even people who seemed to follow me, while secretly aligning themselves with hidden powers that sought control. They used methods that did not come from me, seeking influence outside my way in order to exhaust you, cloud your thoughts, and weigh your spirit down with a sadness you could not always explain. They believed they could trap you by turning your exhaustion against you, but they were wrong. Every hidden plan formed against you is now canceled. Every place where wrong power was exercised has lost its power. Every place where harm was spoken over your name and every place where wrongful practices were used to restrain you has been cleared. My strength has broken those things, and beyond that, what kept your name from being recognized has been removed. Your name was bound and associated with failure, but I have removed that label and made your name clean. Your name, once delayed beneath waiting, rejection, and the fear of being overlooked, is now spoken clearly in my presence. I have declared, this name belongs to me. This name carries significance. This name belongs to one who remains steadfast with me. My cherished one, do not be shaken as things begin to become clear. People who appeared good but carried hidden intentions against you will be revealed for who they are. Relationships you believed came from me but were actually being used to hinder your progress will come to an end. Certain paths will close suddenly. Do not mourn their closing. You are not losing, you are being purified. I am clearing the way ahead of you and preparing the place where you will receive what I am bringing. There is no longer room for what is wrong, or for connections that do not truly come from my spirit. And now you will see that those who tried to keep you bound can no longer disturb the quietness of your spirit. The troubling dreams, the unexplained heaviness when you wake, and the sudden moments of fear will cease. The grip is released. The struggle is finished. You have prevailed. You are not carrying this battle alone anymore. You do not have to hide in order to be safe. I am your source of strength. I speak on your behalf, and when I stand beside you, no one can oppose you without first opposing me. Be firm, Mel, my cherished one. Do not surrender to the wrong influence that came near you. Do not retreat because of the wounds you carry from the past. You are more than someone who survived. You are the one I chose, not merely to endure, but to live fully. You are the one who passes through difficulty without being destroyed by it. You will stand openly and clearly, no longer governed by the way others have chosen to see you. I declare to you that beginning from this day, every harmful word spoken against you will be turned around. The words that predicted your failure will become part of the testimony of my work in your life. The words that brought you tears will become evidence through which my truth is demonstrated. And the paths that were blocked against you, I, myself, will open completely. No power will succeed in closing what I have ordered open. My charged one, listen closely within yourself. What is being revealed is not meant only for you. It matters for the journey of many others as well. This is my word to you, certain and true, given at the appointed moment. When your spirit is ready to receive its meaning, when you open yourself to it, you will discover a history that belongs to you but was concealed beneath deception. It was formed over time by the one who stands against me. The truth was hidden, not because of your mistakes, but through a long pattern of deception, broken trust, and deliberate harm that began before it reached you and affected your parents, extending deeply into your own life. But today I tell you that the moment for correction has arrived. Shadows can no longer conceal what is true. What has been kept silent can no longer remain covered. I am the one who knows every moment, and I have declared it. My command is this: what was taken from my child must be returned. Perhaps you have believed this moment was only about receiving material wealth, as though I were simply providing money to compensate you for hardships you endured. But my dear child, what I am bringing is greater than riches alone. This is more than currency. This act corrects a deep imbalance that has burdened your family line through generations. It marks the end of a persistent hindrance, a hidden current that caused those who came before you to stumble whenever they drew close to meaningful progress. Can you remember the sincere dreams your parents carried? Can you remember how opportunities seemed almost within reach, only to disappear because of influences they could not see? Their struggles were not the result of laziness. They were contending with a force greater than what they could overcome by themselves, an adversary operating in the shadows. A portion of what was rightfully theirs was removed from your family line. It did not happen through open confrontation, but through deceptive words, hidden agreements, and unseen bonds entered without their knowledge. I saw these things unfold. I know who was responsible. The harmful pledges, the concealed actions, and the forces that declared your family would remain suppressed all stand exposed before my sight. Do you understand? My decisions are founded upon truth, not favoritism. After my thorough examination, and after my presence has moved within you, a determination has been reached today. I declare my support for you. I am revealing what is right, and you are standing as evidence of it. This is not because you were flawless. It is because you refused to surrender. It is not because you surpassed everyone else, but because you remained steady even while you were hurting. I saw the prayers you offered not only for yourself, but for your family line. I witnessed the tears you shed for people you loved, whose lives were marked by sorrow and longing. Because I take care of you, I will restore not only what was designated for you, but also what was intended for those who came before you. This restoration will flow through you. You have been chosen to break this pattern. You will move from limitation into abundance. The progress you are about to witness will not stop with your own elevation. It will extend outward, bringing life again to places that had become barren and were once considered beyond recovery. Consider this deliverance something that reaches beyond one individual and touches your entire lineage. Within the communication you are about to receive, You will encounter declarations that once seemed impossible to you. It will affirm what belongs to you and validate an intention established before the foundation of the earth. You will feel reverence as you recognize that this is not a random gift. It is a sign of triumph appointed for you. What disappeared from human memory I preserved in my timeless record. What the world rejected I inscribed according to my design. As you take this in, you will understand that I have always seen you. Prepare yourself. When this word reaches you, do not receive it only through your eyes. Receive it through your spirit. Every expression carries weight. Every part contributes to a holy restoration. And when you have fully taken it in, you will know that the season of restraint, delay, and being denied has reached its end. I am beginning something fresh, and you are the vessel I have selected through which it begins. I am changing the story of what has been, and you are the first evidence that this change is taking place. I am revealing what is right, and you are standing as the clear evidence of it. So release your doubt. Do not allow old memories to weaken the new hope rising within you. Do not let the voices that once dismissed you become louder than the declaration coming from my realm. Your stand has been validated. You have been released, and now you will recover what rightfully belongs to you, both what was set aside for you and what was intended for those who come after you. Just as I spoke in earlier ages, I affirm it plainly now. Through you, the struggle will end. Through you, the family line will be elevated. Through you, my radiance will enter places that were once covered in darkness. My beloved, I know every thought that has weighed upon you through this long season. I have watched those silent nights when you could not rest, wondering why other people seemed to move forward while you felt as though you were still standing at the beginning. I heard the quiet depth of your exhaustion when you were alone, and there were moments when something inside you quietly wondered whether I had overlooked you, whether you had somehow been passed by. But my cherished one, that was never the truth. Those subtle doubts did not come from me. They were echoes of fear, strengthened by the season of delay. And now I am coming to dismantle them with the truth that comes from my dwelling place. Today circumstances will shift, not according to your vision or your timetable, but according to the decision I made, as the sovereign over every moment, long before you ever called my name. I did not miss you. Instead, you were held apart and protected, not because you had been abandoned, but because you were being prepared for the particular season that was coming. And my child, that season has arrived. Events are beginning to unfold. What was once humble will be lifted. Those who looked down upon you will now show respect as I raise you by my power. The entrances that were once closed against you will open fully. They will not open because people's feelings suddenly changed, but because I have declared that this way belongs to you. Nothing can close what I have commanded to open. The declarations that called you unsuccessful will be silenced by the mighty works I bring into your life. In a single breath, at a moment I choose, everything can change, and this day marks that moment. You once believed you had lost my approval. You thought every promise spoken over you had disappeared like vapor. But the communication coming to you will be an unmistakable sign from my dwelling place that I have never withdrawn a single commitment. Every word remains firm. Every promise has been securely held. They were simply waiting for the precise season when they could become visible and tangible in your experience. And now I declare that it is accomplished. The season of delay, obscurity, and restriction is over. What was hidden will be revealed. What was hindered will begin to move quickly. What was taken away will be fully restored. But there is something essential I need you to understand, because it will sustain you at this critical point. My presence within you confirms it. The messenger carrying this word is not necessarily the person you expect. Do not rely only upon your own reasoning to recognize the way I am moving. Do not place your expectation upon someone familiar. My action does not depend upon your predictions. It depends upon what I choose to reveal from my own position. The person I have appointed to bring this word may look unlike anyone you have known before. They may come from a source you never considered, and their appearance may not resemble the picture you have created in your mind. I work through ways you do not predict. I bring outcomes through paths you would rarely imagine, accomplishing things beyond what you thought possible. So keep your inner being open not only to what I provide, but to the way I choose to provide it. I may use someone you considered ordinary to introduce an extraordinary new period into your life. I may arrange for someone you do not know to carry the vital message that sets you free. If you cling too tightly to your old ideas about how everything must unfold, you may overlook what I am revealing now. So listen with the deepest part of yourself. See with eyes that recognize truth, and receive this through the clear understanding that comes from me rather than through emotion alone. My cherished one, I was never late. Certain things needed time to settle into their proper places. Inner hindrances have been cleared, and obstacles that once stood across your path have been removed. Now that everything is prepared, I am not sending you a vague idea. I am sending a definite assurance concerning your calling, a word that releases you. This word will begin a series of openings in your life. It marks the beginning of your new season, a season in which darkness, doubt, and loss are gone. Let your heart feel the weight of this moment. Do not feel it as fear, but as a deep awareness of its sacredness. This is not merely coincidence. At this precise moment chosen by me, I am silencing the voices that rose against you and breaking the bonds that restrained you. I declare plainly that you are the one I equipped to restore what was removed. I am attentive around you now, watching over a moment of clarity, an hour I set apart in which what has been unseen will become visible. Let peace settle into your heart. What I ask from you in this hour is simple, yet it carries the meaning of trust. Trust that I have not forgotten. Trust that this word is found in your reason. Trust that as you receive these words, you are standing in a sacred meeting place I prepared. This moment will do more than stir your emotions. It will alter the direction of your life. Trust that everything you have sensed within yourself, the dreams that returned, the small signs you noticed, the stirring you felt when you considered your purpose was not imagined. It was my quiet leading, guiding you toward this precise point. And now, I am not merely speaking, I am acting. This is no longer simply a promise. It is the beginning of its completion. You will see it unfold. Pay attention to the small changes that are already beginning. Where things once felt restrained, they will start moving freely. Connections you believed were lost will be renewed. Places you never imagined entering will open before you. This will not be for your own praise, but to establish you in the place I designed for you within my purpose. These gifts, both visible and unseen, will awaken strengths within you that you once hesitated to use. They will draw you out of places where you once felt secure and establish you where I have set you. And there you will walk no longer as someone still searching, but as someone who now holds what has been given to them. You will no longer need to ask permission. You will step into what is yours without hesitation, moving with the authority I have given you from my realm. My beloved child, you have remained on the path. You listened, you endured, even when the waiting stretched on and the way ahead was difficult to understand. I see your heart. I see the searching within you and the hunger that refused to be silenced by delay. Your faithfulness, though unseen by many, has been recorded before my throne. Now hear this decree, because the hour has arrived and the appointed moment is here. This is not the time to hesitate or to cling to the shadows of old disappointment. What I am releasing is not merely for your comfort. It carries the weight of a sacred assignment. You are called to enter this new season and carry this inheritance, not only for yourself, but as a channel of blessing to others, to your family line, and to a generation that is hungry for truth. Let the reality of this moment settle deeply into your spirit. Feel the movement and the stirring that confirms what I am speaking to you. Prepare your heart to receive what was delayed, to walk in the authority I have restored, and to stand as a living testimony of my unfailing justice. I am with you as this is unveiled. I will guide your steps through the Holy Spirit and illuminate the path ahead. The work I began in you, I will bring to completion. So, my dear child, rise in trust. Receive this not only outwardly, but with a spirit filled with deep gratitude and reverence. This coming moment is holy. It has been set apart specifically for you who have made yourself ready. It is not delayed. It is not a mistake. It is not intended for someone else. Receive my peace, my covering, and the strength you need to carry this new thing. Stand firm, my beloved, for my favor rests upon you in this hour.